Hello lovelies. How are you? I just wanted to shoot this quick video real quick. I'm just chilling downtown, drinking some tea. So I had a couple privates today and I just wanted to make this quick video regarding our fears and moving through them, as well as vibration. So I sent out an email a couple days ago regarding vibration. It was kind of like a quick hack energy technique for raising your vibration. Now there's a lot of roads to raising vibration, okay? There's a lot of different practices and there's a daily lifetime practice. Now there's also techniques and methods and hacks to help raise vibration. But even simply this, I feel like we're making too big of a deal about labels lately and what's the right way and the wrong way. I mean, guys, just simply shifting the energy in the room can raise your vibration. Taking your shoes off and walking in the grass can raise your vibration. A 10-minute ritual with yourself can raise your vibration and shift your energy. Now, what you do repeatedly is going to affect you longer. And for unlearning and unwiring, repatterning old frequencies, you know, I would look at it like however long of time you've spent conditioning yourself doing something, spend at least 1/3 that time unlearning it and rewiring it with a new pattern. So if you spent 10 years doing something, then take at least 2.5, 3 years to repattern that major pattern and really be patient with yourself, because it's a curious, adventurous inner child process that is really the most successful. So anyway, for this video really is for those that are coming into these eclipses really feeling stretched to the max, and they're bringing in a lot of new changes. This is what I got from my reading earlier, 2 different readings, very similar. However, they're feeling stuck, and I am here to tell you in this video that you're not stuck. You're facing fear, and I feel like the most difficult part for those that are learning how to raise their vibration and move through the fear is those of family members, those that they literally feel like they're tied to in life. And I'm here to tell you that you need to make the steps to where you can create an abundant, cultivated, fertile environment that supports and nurtures your growth. This is up to your really divine masculine aspect, your own inner father, to create the space and the healthy boundaries and structures that you need in order for you to flourish and for you to bloom and step more into your heart and your purpose. So I want to talk about that because I feel like so many are trying to build themselves up still from a place of lack, from a place of fear, from a place of negativity, from a place of that hall of mirrors that they keep, running from one side to the other, thinking that one side's going to be greener than the other side, and it's not, because they're both sides of the whole, right? You are both, and so, or you're all prisms of the paradigm. And so I feel like trying to build ourselves up from the field, from the energetic field, or from the place of fear only begets more fear, right? Love begets more love, fear begets more fear. And so I feel like there's been a lot of confusion and a lot of people feeling stuck, and I'm saying you're not stuck, you're facing the fear. So this is why spiritual discernment is so needed, guys. It's not about judgment. It's about not repeating the same karmic cycles and looping it over and over again, knowing what to charge your energy to and what not to keep giving your energy to. It's not about judgment. It's about being able to see the high for what the high is and the low for what the low is, and use it all for choice. Use it all for higher good. I feel like those, especially in some posts lately or the last couple weeks, especially those coming from duality, when I was coming from a conversation of non-duality, could not see what I was saying. And so there may be those that can't just see what you're saying because they're coming too much from the paradigm of fear, where you're coming from the whole, where you're coming from your own shadow and integrating it, not being a victim or causing one worse, labeling one experience as worse than the other. Really allowing even the darkest aspects of life to really cultivate more light in you, and allow, like, when you're coming from the whole, when you're coming from non-duality, you see both the dark and the light as servants for higher good. But it's up to each one of us and our own heart will and our own, if we're going to align with divine higher will, or not. Each own person has a choice on how to use the tools that we are, right? The keys that we are, the frequencies that we are. So I feel like spending less time solving the problem from a place of fear and more time simply creating from 0 point, creating from your blank canvas, creating from your innocent, playful heart and your imagination, and more focus on the creation and the whole, and less about solving and fixing from a place of not having, or from a place of what's missing, or from a place of where you still haven't taken flight. Because I feel like that's what a lot of this is coming down to, is facing fear and realizing that facing fear comes down to creation. You can't really let go. Letting go is the creation of the new. And so this is where I feel a lot of people are still stuck, because they're still in waiting patterns, they're still in victim patterns. And so this is really about not continuing to fix from a low frequency, but spending time nurturing. So when the demons come up, sitting every one of those demons down and giving them a cup of tea and drinking tea with them and sitting them down like little children and having the prowess, the energy, awareness, the space, the wisdom to sit your demons down and discover what's behind them. What are they attached to? You know, what are they feeding on? What can you give them that could be healthier to eat, right? How can you nourish and nurture and take care of these demons like inner children to where they completely dissolve, where you can choose the high and the low and use it all for higher good? Because this is coming from a place where you can still discern, you can have spiritual discernment for what supports love, what supports your highest truth, and what doesn't, without making it less than, without belittling it or making it wrong or judging it. I feel we can still discern the lower frequencies without making it bad. I feel like we can still discern whether someone's coming from resistance, whether someone's not willing to meet themselves, without making them less than. I think it's really powerful. I mean, when I've talked about lower frequency, higher frequency before, I think this is really, really important message right now that's coming out, because I do not mean higher intelligence or lower intelligence by when I say higher frequency or lower frequency. Simply all I'm meaning is oscillation of energy, okay? When we are oscillating at a higher frequency, our ability for our eyeballs, our soul, and this is scientific, our ability for our light spectrum opens up. Our DNA can be witness to so much more light on the light spectrum. We can only see a little portion of the light spectrum as it is, but we can see a lot more light from a higher frequency, and this is science. From a lower frequency, our light is very dim and blurry. Our ability to see reality from the whole is very slim. So what I'm saying is that we cannot keep problem solving from this place of very dim light. We need to nurture and self-care and tap into our own belonging and our own inner beloved and our own inner child, and play and create and be able to discern what is supporting my highest truth, what is supporting love, and what isn't supporting love, and not charging my source energy, my precious heart energy, my root energy, my higher mental psychic energy, not charging my source energy anymore into the patterns that are not choosing my whole being. So what I'm meaning by that is to where we are coming from our own sovereignty, we're coming from our own creation, our own inner creator, we're coming from our own choice, and we're no longer focused on letting go. We're no longer focused on the problem. The reason everyone, I feel, has such a hard time letting go is because letting go is really a creation of the new. Letting go would really be more the conversation of duality, whereas creating what you want automatically lets go of the old stuff because you're no longer focused on it. So where your attention is where energy exists. And what you're no longer charging simply dissolves. But we have to stop making it wrong. We have to just choose to create. And that's the problem with duality, is we make one lesser than the other. We have to stop attacking and separating from. This is where the divine feminine on our planet is really learning how to stop separating from the divine masculine that's waking up, and stop making him wrong or making one less than or better than the other. So what if we just choose to create? Because I feel like, even the word toxic is becoming kind of outdated in my world. I feel like so many people are, bypassing through the word because they don't really know how to move into it, or they're avoiding it. It's one thing to shut out negative energies from your life because you're no longer charging it. It's another thing if those negative energies and patterns are still existing inside you and you keep pulling it, magnetizing it to you from the universe, and you're not doing your own self-care. So anyway, lovely, I'm going to wrap up this video. I just feel like this is an important conversation to carry on and move forward with into these eclipses. Because I feel like it's such a time for everyone for new beginnings. And this energy that's been coming out the last year of new beginnings really is physically landing for the collective crowd more than ever. And so that's also why we're seeing a lot of uprooting. I've seen several waves of the same uprooting. This would be like the fourth wave since last year of a lot of the same symptoms. So of course with this new light energy, a lot of people are experiencing a lot of the, similar mental, physical, emotional transformations that's unlocking, new levels of awareness and embodied being and sensitivity to energy inside yourself. So just be really patient right now, you guys, and please prioritize self-care. And let me know what you've received from this message, because I feel that I would really like your guys' feedback when it comes to this stuff, because I know there's going to be a lot of polarization and opposites, especially to this conversation. I feel like since the solstice, today was really the first day that I felt the energy really clearing. Monday was such a high vibratory day for me, and then Tuesday kind of was low, and then I felt the collective all week. I had people coming to me all week and very low lows, and I felt today that energy is now just beginning to clear. And so, yes, the more you're just unavailable to what's draining to you, what's toxic, being unavailable to the dead cycles, to what no longer values you, etc., to whatever isn't consistent behavior, whoever is not being consistent with you, etc., because I feel like it's really time to train our thoughts to see, new patterns and new ways right now more than ever. And when it comes to higher, I feel like that's such an important conversation. When it comes to higher frequency or lower frequency, you guys, let's get out of the labels. Even vibration, like just simply me walking around the room with my shirt off and dancing for 5 seconds can shift my energy completely and shift my vibration. So I want to make less of a deal out of these things as I'm putting out more stuff out into the future, like practices, techniques, applications, and stuff like that. So comment below, let me know if you want me to share the raising your vibration technique that I sent out, emailed out to the list the other day if you did not see it. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. It's Crystal Ariana here, and I'll be connecting with you here very soon. Sending you guys so much love. Bye-bye.